That. John Putner joining us, president of Freedom and Family Action and former aide in the Bush administration. John, welcome back.
Oh, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. How big of a deal is this, do you think?
Well, it's the perfect deal. Have your cake and eat it too. The Europeans are the ones that have this war on their doorstep. Trump has made them step up in defending themselves over both of his terms, but now specifically, and look, we have the weapons Ukraine needs, but you've got to pay for them. I mean, we've made this, we've developed them. We're the reasons you have things you can fight off the Russians with, but we're not having the American taxpayer foot the bill anymore. So that's what we had to get to as a deal.
Yeah. Is it, I've watched, of course, the mainstream media in this country dislikes. They try to find holes in everything Trump does, but their argument is on CNN the other day that he got played by Putin and he should have done all of this a long time ago.
Well, and it's kind of the best they have to go with now is, oh, well, he said he'd end these conflicts quickly and it's taken longer. I mean, yeah, if that's your strongest argument on someone who's actually working to solve these conflicts, whether it be in Iran or here, as opposed to the endless conflicts that appeared were going to happen, as long as Biden and, God forbid, Kamala were in charge. I mean, if that's your strongest hand, I'd say we got someone now who knows how to cut a deal, understands how the world works, understands where he has to put Putin in a box. And sure, it takes longer than any of us would like, but that's the process he's going through.
Well, obviously, Trump has been very clear he's not happy with Putin and the way he's gone about this, but he's also taken some hits at Zelensky, saying, look, you've not handled this well either, and it's going to really take both of them coming to the table and figuring something out.
Well, and Trump understands that both sides in conflict have to be able to save face in almost anything. And that's why even after having to hit the Iranian nuclear site, he talked about how Iran could be a great country again. I mean, he always tries to give an out. He understands you can't come out just humiliated on the other side. That's when people start launching things and doing really irrational things. So, no, he's got it right, I think. And, yes, we couldn't keep giving a blank check to Ukraine. I mean, that was, they had a sweetheart deal. Hunter Biden was over there for years making money. And, there was all kinds of compromise there. At least I think you can say assuredly, look, Trump is doing what he thinks is best for the U.S. as far as the Ukraine conflict. And, at least he's got the American taxpayer first and foremost on his mind.
Yeah, that's very true. I can't have you on here and not get your opinion on this Epstein controversy, whatever that is. The president doesn't think it is a controversy. He claims to question why many people in his base are bringing this up again. Do you think it's just a bunch of smoke, or do you think this was a misstep on the part of the Trump administration?
Boy, the line's breaking up. I can't hear you. No, I'm just kidding. Boy, it's a tough one. I really do tend to be more on Trump's side of this. I mean, you've had some real conservatives go after it and look at this, but boy, that is not the majority view among conservatives. And look, Trump, we really are the First Amendment party at this stage. We have these honest debates among conservatives over this case, and
right.
I tend to think, gosh, I think people I trust really research this, and conservatives, I tend to defer to them, but this one doesn't seem to be wrapping up quickly, so it's going to be a battle.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think the bigger challenge is, what does Dan Bongino do now if more of this doesn't come out, because he was one of the strongest voices out there. He and Kash Patel, and it's almost like they're being, I don't know about silence is probably not the right word, but the decision has come down from the DOJ, and the FBI works under the DOJ. So they're basically having to toe the line on this, I think, is the complaint of a lot of conservatives. So I'm with you. I don't think it's going away anytime soon. How about the auto pen, John? Do you have any thoughts on that? I mean, it sounds like they're gaining some traction on this now.
Yeah, I think so. And boy, talking, even seeing one of Biden's former close aides who was on Fox News TV the other day, just saying he just can't believe some of the people who were allowed out. I mean, some of these pardons, some of these, I think to even have that coming as some of this kind of late reflection of the Democratic Party on how out of hand things got over the last couple of years. But I think hopefully this will be brought to a head.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, and you have to question, and we've asked our legal expert this on Monday. Is it a situation where if you realize the president did not authorize something and somebody else was making those decisions, I know they'd have to prove that, but do you see protections for an Anthony Fauci or one of these other blanket pardons that were written? Hunter Biden potentially being withdrawn or removed by a court?
Could be. They're always going to have great deference to whatever actually came out of the White House. So, it would be a new step. I mean, I think all of us are just aghast at what Hunter Biden and kind of the Biden family got away with on so many of these fronts. But I think it's probably uphill that the court goes that far.
Yeah, very true. Well, John Putner, listen, we appreciate your time this morning. President of Freedom and Family Action. We'll talk to you again soon.
Thank you.
You bet. Absolutely. Yeah, that's pretty funny. I can't hear you. The line is breaking.
We should try that. I mean, if we don't like the way something's going, we're just like, sorry, we can't hear you. I'm sorry.